When spring hits, you know it because you see rhubarb everywhere because it's the first thing ready in the garden. Thankfully, I love it, so I love seeing it everywhere and I go out and pick mine all the time. And that is why this month, the cookie is these delicious rhubarb wafers. They're really simple. There's like 3 ingredients in the cookie. You make a little bit of a jam and frosting filling, and let me tell you, it is heaven in a cookie because it's rhubarb. And if you don't like rhubarb, come on, it's time to change your mind. To start, cream some butter. You just want to put it in the mixer and let it cream until it is really light and fluffy. That just ensures that it's really soft. Sometimes people don't let their butter soften enough and then it's just chunky. That's not good. Once it is creamed up, just scrape down the sides of the bowl, add some flour, and then some heavy cream. Just mix that together until it is really well combined. I told you this was easy, right? Take the bowl off the mixer and then just use a spatula and make sure it's all combined. Sometimes these mixers don't get the very bottom of the bowl, so just make sure it's combined and in the dough. Wrap it in plastic wrap and then put it in the fridge to chill. While that's chilling, we can just get the jam base ready for our kind of rhubarb buttercream filling. You just want to chop up some rhubarb. I love how crisp and fresh it is. Just chop it up into small pieces, throw it right into your pan. Just add some lemon zest. It really brings out the bright flavors, but it also helps it congeal. Then lemon juice. Of course, some sugar because you know rhubarb is tart. And to help it along, I like to add some cornstarch. This is gonna help it thicken and just ensure that you get a really good congealed jam. And to finish, a little bit of salt. Put it right onto the stove and bring it up to a boil. It's gonna take just about 5 to 10 minutes. It's gonna really break down, become really thick, and you're not even gonna notice the chunks of rhubarb anymore because they're all just gonna be this delicious jam. Once everything has broken down and the jam has really become thick, just take it off the heat, put it into a bowl, and let it cool down. While that jam is cooling, you can just roll out your cookies and bake them. Just put them to a lightly floured surface. I like to cut the dough in half and just work with half at a time. Keep the other half wrapped up so it doesn't dry out. Roll the cookies out to about an 1/8 inch thick. Just cut them up and then just coat both sides in sugar. You can kind of slightly press it in. It may not stick as well at first, but if you press it slightly, it definitely will. And then put them right onto a parchment lined baking sheet. These are like a sandwich cookie, which, what is it about a sandwich cookie that just makes it more special? I don't know, but it does. It's like an extra special treat, and it's also easy. Once your baking sheet is full, just poke them a couple times with a fork. It's gonna help them not puff up or bubble up too much because it's kind of like a pie crust dough. And then put them right into your preheated oven. They're only gonna take about 7 to 10 minutes to bake because they are so thin and you do not want them to brown too much. So once they're puffed and they're slightly crusty on top, you can pull them out of the oven and let them cool on the pan. Just finish cutting and baking your cookies until they're all baked. While the cookies are completely cooling, you can finish this delicious filling. In a mixer, just whip some butter again, make sure it's really soft, and then add some powdered sugar and vanilla. Mix that together until it's completely smooth, and then add your delicious rhubarb jam. I told you this was gonna be good, right? It's really almost just like a kind of rhubarb frosting, but it's a little bit looser. So I don't know what you wanna call it, but it's good. I actually could eat it with a spoon. Once it is all mixed up and smooth, you can just pull it off the mixer and then start assembling your cookies. If your frosting seems too thin, you can pop it into the fridge for a little bit. With all that butter in there, it will harden up slightly, but I like it kind of soft. Just spread it on a cookie half and then put another cookie on top and you have a perfect spring cookie sandwich. Guys, seriously, these cookies are so good and they're really easy. There's like 3 ingredients in the cookie, a few more in the frosting, but come on, it's like a frosting. Who doesn't like frosting? You put them together and they are so good. I can't wait for you to try these. And if you agree, make sure to click like and subscribe to the Gray Boxwood channel. I love to hear from you guys on Instagram and Facebook and see what you guys are up to in your lives because that inspires me too. Happy baking.